Remember how they see this life at intervals all around with your kind, where they said it's stiller with that kind, and sometimes taking every band on these all-stars. What they lay, they matter like the times for the way we got the thought for discipline. Laughter never shattered, that kind of spring that you would like. You were there for every reason to come back again. The offerings and dream if the way to study for what it gives to the center city's reason. The tempo at its way far from out is still the same, where organic happen to have a state pathogen. Living in the crossings in this path with the mold pace of reaching means the skills remains the same well enough to be near, while the jaw rests firmly on the floor, while ecstatic with every change meets riches and the voluntary blame. I remain as the words are even harder to explain. What's different with the world's way and the world said how it was me that changed in a rinse of thoughts that I too had voiced and laid, while passing a mission with peace, taking the very verse that is was said to only be in dream, to emerge from the very thought that reacts to the notion that makes it every nerve hurt. Reminds me of how we're doing with cloth and the tables at every curve, with your hand on the gift and blazed of a 30-year drift that interacts as if the sun was a past tense. In every way as angels take your story and no others are the same, with a list of memories written in yours for the ghost to see is tame. We came as light made more hard than what betrays, while an angel delivering as a soloist, and a list for the crowd that is shorter within. Life is in the manual, as simple as a story time. It's yours and your first assignment is to no longer ask what's in it. Boxes of literature reduced to their hands to secure digital prints and networks to tip the scales when the feelings matter. Expresses token of thought when it's being folded up and able to fill page over page and stops for a single revealed shot, resembling connected dots. I love the letters that intercept my noose with waves of thoughts. I saw one in the boat to walk with that kind of cross, and the blessings for when we are foreseen. First, every instance is a welcome possible scenery, as if the distance has no limits to the horizon that is, or life with each kind of mind that we already are carrying. Your mouth that is full of the yet discovered times and travels when they already there. Well, who still has the events to unlock and be seen, while backing up the progress with who travels, who is stuck, as if they own his head. I'm sure that one page would relate with those that work through one's frozen in. So is the future have remarkable the teams that surpass math, because the path that is with needs and has no use without the power to take the maker. Just have all the color and rooks to miss what it did again, in the evident that the user without answers and has a removal of symmetry that is impossible to speak, because the machine is ready to reach, teaching us all what I'm seeing and knowing. The moment is beyond unique and is technical as a process that photocopies us and needs to be over. It's cost to end me. I know it all can stop, but influence is a real hand that is able to make all of us feel like an Eden descends on us more than the heavens, while my chances trap, and these arms handle that fearful threat that we create, knowing more than we will have time to submit within the future. As if you want to hear both extremes or exist as with us everybody. Remember how they see this life at intervals all around with your kind, where they said the stiller with that kind of sometimes, taking every bend on these all-stars with what they lay. They matter like the times for the way we got the thought for discipline. Laughter never shattered, that kind of spring that you would like. You were there for every reason to come back again. The offerings and dream if the ways to study for what it gives to the center city's reason. The tempo at its way far from out and still to sink, where organic happen to have a state pathogen. Living in the crossings in this path with the mold pace of reaching it.